What if I told you that the majestic eagle soaring high above isn't just a bird, but a messenger between worlds? For centuries, this powerful creature has captivated the imagination of cultures across the globe, from Native Americans to ancient Egyptians. But why? What hidden wisdom lies within its wings? The eagle doesn't simply flap endlessly like smaller birds. It rides invisible air currents, mastering the unseen forces of the sky. In doing so, it becomes more than an animal. It transforms into a living metaphor for spiritual mastery, to rise above life's storms, to transcend earthly limits, to see with clarity from a higher vantage point. This is the way of the eagle. Join us as we embark on a journey through the mystical symbolism of eagles across different cultures. We'll uncover how ancient civilizations revered them as divine messengers, why shamans believed eagles carried prayers to the heavens, and how philosophers interpreted their flight as the soul's liberation from the weight of the body. Along the way, we'll discover how the eagle can become a personal symbol of strength, vision, and transformation in our own spiritual practice. The eagle is more than feathers and flight. It is a key that unlocks doors to higher wisdom, if only we dare to look closely. So let us begin this exploration, not as mere observers, but as seekers, ready to ask, what truths await us in the silent gaze of the eagle, and how can those truths shape the way we live today? To truly understand the spiritual symbolism of the eagle, we must journey back to the dawn of human civilization, where myth and sacred stories first took flight. The eagle is not simply a bird of prey, it is a messenger between realms, a creature that has soared through the collective imagination of nearly every ancient culture. Its wings stretch not only across the sky, but across the philosophies, religions, and mysteries of human existence. In ancient Mesopotamia, one of the earliest cradles of human thought, the eagle appeared as a divine guardian. The myth of Anzu, a great bird-like creature, spoke of power, destiny, and cosmic order. To the Mesopotamians, the eagle was not just a symbol of strength, it was a reminder of the eternal struggle between chaos and divine will. The flight of this bird reflected humanity's quest to rise above earthly struggles and glimpse the higher order of the cosmos. Moving westward, the ancient Greeks saw in the eagle the favored companion of Zeus, king of the gods. According to myth, the eagle carried Zeus's thunderbolts and embodied his authority. To the Greeks, the eagle represented divine justice, strength, and the piercing clarity of vision, the ability to see truth from great heights, beyond human limitations. When they carved statues or painted scenes of divine rulership, an eagle often hovered close, whispering of heaven's sanction. Among the Romans, this symbolism intensified. The eagle became the aquila, the sacred standard of the legions. It was no mere decoration, it was the very soul of the army, embodying Rome's divine destiny and imperial power. To lose the eagle in battle was to lose honor, spirit, and connection to divine favor. The Romans transformed the eagle from a mystical messenger into a potent emblem of earthly empire, binding heaven's authority to human conquest. Meanwhile, in Native American traditions, the eagle is one of the most revered spirit animals. For the Lakota, the Hopi, the Cherokee, and many others, the eagle is not only sacred, but a living bridge between humanity and the Great Spirit. Its feathers are used in rituals of healing, prayer, and vision quests. To hold an eagle feather is to hold a piece of heaven itself, a reminder that each human soul can rise, through prayer and courage, to commune with the divine. In Christian symbolism, the eagle takes yet another form. The Gospel of John is often represented by this bird, symbolizing spiritual insight that soars above earthly limitations. Early mystics described the eagle as the soul's ascent into divine light, soaring beyond the dust of material life to glimpse eternity. Even in medieval iconography, the eagle was painted lifting its gaze directly into the sun, enduring the blinding brilliance that other creatures could not withstand. What unites these traditions is not coincidence, but a deep archetypal truth. Humanity has always looked upward, seen the eagle's effortless mastery of the skies, and recognized in it a reflection of our highest potential. Where the serpent coils upon the earth, the eagle ascends to the sun. Where human eyes are bound by horizon, the eagle's vision pierces to the farthest distance. Close your eyes and imagine the eagle in mid-flight, its wings stretched wide, catching invisible currents of air, soaring not with effort, but with grace. This is not merely the movement of a bird. It is a living metaphor, a message encoded in the natural order. Across cultures, the eagle has been revered as a bridge between realms, between earth and sky, body and spirit, mortality and eternity. In esoteric wisdom, animals are never just animals. They are archetypes, mirrors of deeper truths. The eagle, with its unmatched ability to ascend to the heavens, has often symbolized the soul's aspiration toward transcendence. The way it glides effortlessly on thermal winds is reminiscent of the mystic who learns to rise above the weight of worldly attachments, sustained not by brute force, but by the unseen energy of spirit. Philosophically, the eagle embodies the concept of vision. Unlike most birds, eagles can spot prey from several miles away. Their gaze is sharp, focused, unyielding. To walk a spiritual path is to cultivate such vision, to see beyond illusions, to pierce the fog of everyday distractions, and to perceive truth where others see only chaos. The eagle does not flutter aimlessly. It knows where it is going. Likewise, the awakened soul must learn to see with clarity, cutting through the noise of the world to discover its own destiny. But the eagle is not only about ascent and vision, it is also about power. Its talons are swift, precise, unrelenting. This duality is crucial. The spiritual path is not passive or detached from life's struggles. True enlightenment requires strength, the courage to seize truth when it appears, the discipline to hold fast to one's values. Just as the eagle grasps its prey without hesitation, so must the seeker grasp opportunities for growth, wisdom, and transformation. If the eagle's soaring flight represents transcendence, its sudden descent is equally symbolic, but often overlooked. The eagle does not remain in the heavens forever. It must return, it must descend, and it does so with incredible force and precision. This balance between ascent and descent holds a profound teaching. Spirituality is not only about rising above, but also about bringing wisdom down into the world of matter. In esoteric traditions, this dual movement, the rising toward spirit and the returning toward earth, is the very heartbeat of initiation. The mystic, who only seeks escape into the heavens, risks becoming detached, disconnected from the living reality of humanity. But the one who learns to bring the vision of the eagle back to earth becomes a bridge, a conduit of transformation. Just as the eagle strikes its prey to sustain life, so must the awakened soul strike, to act, to create, to manifest, ensuring that higher knowledge nourishes daily existence. Think of the way the eagle hunts. It does not waste energy. It waits, it observes, it knows the exact moment to descend. There is no hesitation. This is a lesson in focus and timing. Wisdom without action is sterile, and action without wisdom is reckless. But when vision and power unite, life is transformed. The eagle, in its silence, in its soaring, in its sudden descent, is more than a bird of prey. It is an emblem of the human journey, our call to rise, our duty to return, our courage to act. Every culture that has revered the eagle intuited this truth, that within its wings lies a mirror of our highest potential. To live by the eagle's teaching is to cultivate vision. It is to train the inner eye to see beyond illusion, to perceive the vast patterns that shape both destiny and daily life. This vision requires distance, not detachment in the cold sense, but elevation, perspective, the ability to step back from the chaos of immediacy. Without this elevation, we are trapped in the dust of confusion. With it, we gain clarity. To walk the way of the eagle is to cultivate silence in a noisy world. It is to rise above pettiness and see with the clarity of spirit. It is to descend without fear, to engage with life's struggles with sharp focus and purpose. It is to know when to wait and when to strike. And so, when we next see the eagle circling in the sky, let us remember, it is not only a bird, it is a teacher, a symbol, a living parable. Its wings whisper, rise high, see clearly, descend with power, live fully, because the way of the eagle is not a myth of the past, it is a path for the present, and it asks of us not only to admire, but to follow.